Peely, and I'm a 21-year-old classically trained singer. If you would like to get to know more about me, please check out my socials. I have links to them in the description down below, and you can see it on this picture here. If you would like to make a reaction suggestion or to vote for a reaction suggestion, please check out my Patreon. I have a link to that in the description down below as well. Today, I'll be reacting to Pink Floyd, and I'll be checking out their song Time. So I have reacted to the band Pink Floyd before, and I was very impressed with their songs. And knowing how much of a great band they are, I'm really excited to check out the song I haven't heard yet. So with that being said, now on to the reaction!
Quick disclaimer, I am nowhere near an expert as I still have a lot of things to learn. Me reacting is just a way for me to appreciate the singer's talent based on the knowledge I have so far. It's also a way for me to learn new things.
Before we move on to the next section, I just wanted to say that it was so interesting in the beginning how they added a bunch of different bells playing at the same time. And I got flashbacks because one of the bells is the exact school bell I had growing up. And that just gave me a bunch of flashbacks. And I believe it's a clue to what this song is about, or it's pointing at the name of the song. It's called Time, and that makes so much sense that they will have different bells or like school bells, because usually those bells would be what you hear when it's like time for break time or time for class. I think that's very smart. I'm intrigued to hear the rest. It's so cool what they do with the instrumentation here. So at first, after all of the different bells, you have something that sounds like footsteps, and then it started to sound more like a heartbeat to more of the beat of the song. And then you have the guitar that plays a chord, and then in the background there's also like melody that's played with like bell tones. I think it's so cool what they do here. And I love how you get a sense that they're building up to something. And I find that very interesting.
Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Picking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone or something to show you the way.
That was so cool. I love how they have a long instrumentation in the beginning that builds up to when the vocals come in. And I like how when the vocals come in, there's this different color. In the beginning, it's definitely more mysterious. And then when the vocals come in, you have this new color, this brightness. It's definitely more groovy. Wow. That was so cool how they did that.
Waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. And you are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun.
I got chills when the harmony came in. And I like how there is this like small effect on the vocal harmonies. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you know what effect they put on like the harmonies. And I am definitely gonna send this to my friend who is studying music tech at my school because she's gonna find this so cool with the production and everything.
No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun.
That was an incredible guitar solo. And also, it's really nice when the harmonies come in during the solo. And the harmonies are pretty simple and they're also on just like vowels like ooh or ah. Yet it makes such a huge difference. It adds that extra layer or gives the song that extra oomph. And that actually kind of reminds me of how this opera I'm in, our harmonies are mostly just ooh or on ah. And yet it just makes a huge difference to the piece. It really helps build the atmosphere or the character of the piece. And what I'm getting at is that simple harmonies just make a huge difference no matter what genre, I believe. Either if it's in an opera or a Pink Floyd song, it helps with building the atmosphere and it's always just really cool. I just love harmonies. That's mostly what I wanted to say.
And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Racing around to come up behind you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death.
Well, he sang something about like closer to death. Let me double check. Okay, so I pulled up the lyrics and he sings but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. Wow. Those are some really deep lyrics. And that rhyme between breath and death is such a clever rhyme because breath is associated with life, and so rhyming breath and death has this contrasting effect. Wow. That was again such a smart rhyme and wow. Before we dive in more into the lyrics, I just wanted to comment on David's voice. David has such a great voice, and I also love how he would add some huskiness or raspiness in some parts, and he also sings some of those like vocal runs very smoothly too. So I wanted to check the meaning of the song to see if my interpretation is correct. And here it says on americansongwriter.com is that the reason it's a good song is because it describes the predicament of anybody who, growing up, if we're grown up at all, suddenly realizes that time is going really, really fast. It makes you start to philosophize about life and what is important and how to derive joy from that. And they definitely did a great job in conveying that meaning because when I first heard that lyric, especially the shorter of breath and one day closer to death, I was like, oh, this definitely is talking about how time is running out. And also, having the song titled Time was definitely a very smart move. Again, such great songwriting. And I'm really impressed how they are able to convey such a deep meaning.
A relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. Every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that neither come to naught, or half a page of scribbled lines, hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I'd something more to say.
Those are some great adlibs by the female vocalist. I'm so sorry, I don't know the name of who's doing those vocals there. So if you know, please let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, the chorus is so beautiful. And I love how David sings the verse with frustration. And you can hear that with like the huskiness or the raspiness he adds in his voice when he sings the verses. And then when he sings the chorus, he adds the sweetness or gentleness to his tone, and you get more of a sense of sadness.
Say, home, home again. I like to be here when I can. When I come home, cold and tired, it's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the field, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees. You hear the softly spoken magic spell.
Wow, I love that ending section. It's so beautiful. And I like how David adds some like vocal slides and some vocal runs. And the way he phrases in his singing is so nicely done. He really knows how to convey the meaning of the song, and this meaning is not easy to convey. But he does such a great job in showing like the frustration, the desperation, and like the sadness, and a whole range of emotions. This is such a great song, and it's so well written. That's the end of the video! I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye, friends!